Hey Scorpio, welcome to my channel. My name is Katie, and today I'm going to be doing your reading from the 8th to the 14th of December. So let's see what predictions show up, what guidance and advice comes through the cards for you, Scorpio. This is good for Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements, and I personally don't believe in coincidences, so if you have arrived here, you're probably meant to hear something in this reading. Your first card we have is Go with the Flow. Let things happen. So, yeah, basically, things being divinely guided, allowing things to unfold naturally is going to be your best choice moving forward with this week. Okay, this week is going to be bringing in a little bit of everything, and things may not go in the way that you scheduled them, planned them, organized them. And while that can be a little bit frustrating, I do feel like your best bet is to actually just go with the flow. Let things happen here, Scorpio. It is going to be ultimately for your benefit. And that's the thing about universe and spirit, right? It's like the things that we don't plan tend to be where the magic happens. So let the magic happen. Let things happen. All right. So for this week, we have first card, the Ten of Swords. So yeah, definitely you could have some frustrations this week. Some things may not go as planned, as mentioned. Some things may actually turn out to be quite frustrating. Things that you wanted to take long term may all of a sudden be canceled or ending or completely transforming into something unexpected. And this could cause anxiety, and the more you try to control things, the worse it's gonna go. Okay, so the best thing you can do is just trust that things are unfolding in this way for a reason. And that's easier said than done sometimes, I know, but you got this. You can do it. There is something here that the divine wants to bring your way that is better, far better than what you have been asking for. Okay? As human beings, we have a limited perception of reality and we can only, think so far. But the universe is all encompassing, and there could be something, someone, there could be better circumstances that you just simply would never be aware of that the universe wants to bring your way. So trust in that mystery, trust in that divine consciousness that moves you and moves the environment around you, conspiring to bring you what is best. There's a stream of love supporting my dreams. See how these two cards from different decks are bringing in the same colors, kind of? Like the same color palette? That tells me that it is going to be an emotional week, okay? It's going to be emotional. Not bad, but you may feel a little blue. You may feel like you're not quite understanding where the universe is trying to take you. And that's the thing about trusting the divine, that you can only really connect the dots looking back. You know, when a month has passed, you're gonna look back and you're gonna be like, oh my god, if that didn't happen, I would have ended up doing this, that, or the other, and I would have never met that person, and I wouldn't have ever, whatever, whatever. You can only look at that looking back. But while you're like in the unfolding, it can be a little bit uncomfortable. The more you connect to that trust, the better this week is gonna go. The more you allow yourself to surrender and to let go of control, the better. At the beginning of the week, you have the Six of Wands. There is a big victory here, okay? So it's not like this change is necessarily going to eclipse everything for you. No. There could be some things that don't go exactly as planned, yes, but there is going to be a big victory here at the beginning of the week. Something feels very exciting, something feels worthy of celebration, okay? This could be people looking at you and saying, hey, how did Scorpio manage? Like, how did Scorpio make that happen? They're manifesting their dream life. They're doing this, they're doing that, they're healing, they're improving, they're shining. There's something here that people are going to admire you for at the beginning of the week. Allow yourself to receive that recognition and enjoy it. Then we have the Five of Cups. By the middle of the week is when you may start to feel tempted to focus a little bit too much on what is not going your way and drift into, instead of gratitude for everything as it is, instead of that energy of trust, it's like you're shifting into fear by the middle of the week. So be careful with that. Maybe write it down on your planner or something by like Wednesday. Write down something along the lines of remember to focus on the positive, or remember to be grateful for what is instead of worried about what isn't. It's very easy, especially if you're trying to better yourself, to improve your habits, your routines, to improve your life. It's very easy to zoom in on the things that need attention, right? Things that could be better, things that you want to improve. The thing about that is it is good because yes, you do need to like face things and tackle them and handle them, right? It's a good thing. But if you overly focus on them, this happens, which is like seeing only the bad, only the need for improvement, only the stuff that is not as you wanted. It's like you almost tune out all of the things that once you prayed for and now are a regular part of your life. And that's an issue, that's a problem. We need to be as consciously grateful as we can at all times, and it is not always our default setting. It's easier actually to just focus on things that are wrong. I think that sometimes that's like easy, and it requires like a muscle, like an exercise of consciously choosing to see, hey, at some point of life, I was praying for this device that I'm using now. At some point of life, I was praying for a partner like the one that I have now. You know, it's like things that we've gotten used to, we may take for granted. It is important for you, especially at the middle of the week, to zoom in on, right? It's gonna do you so much good. Look at that. It's just a little speed bump. By the weekend, you already feel bright and shiny again. You already feel super connected to your gratitude. So whatever you did good. Whatever you did to focus on gratitude and see things in a more positive light definitely worked. I see you in the weekend surrounded by nature. I see you surrounded by a lot of luxuries and comforts in the material realm. I see you abundant, prosperous, happy, grateful, successful. All things good here. Okay, this is all good. So it really is about perspective this week. Whatever doesn't go your way, trust that it is for the highest good. They're telling you here, it is. It's not a mistake. It's not a misunderstanding. There's no need to be disappointed, although it's natural to be, right? So we have the Page of Swords representing you. That's very interesting because you may find yourself um, not necessarily obsessing about something, but like researching everything there is about a certain topic. You know, maybe if this is going one way or another way, what I see here is that you're going to be like maybe using ChatGPT or Google or whatever to like ask all the questions you could possibly think of and research and be pointed in different directions. And it's going to help you feel better because you're going to feel more like armed with knowledge. At the same time, though, it is breeding ground for anxiety, so keep it in a balanced state. And Scorpio, if okay, this is super random. This doesn't have anything to do with the reading, but whatever. I just thought of it, so here goes my ADHD. Please subscribe, please like, please hang out. I don't know many Scorpios because I focus on Pisces for so long on YouTube for like years and years. I was running the Pisces Club, and I want to get to know you. Let me know from where you're watching this video. Like, who are you? Hi. I just want to connect. And I would love to see that in the comment section, quite frankly, and start to get to know the Scorpio community. Super random, I know. Closing that little bit there. We have the Chariot next, and this is showing up as your environment. Have you noticed that while we're talking and recording, the candle is starting to go out one by one? Did you notice that? You can look back in the video if you like. When we started, the 3 flames were there. And it's because it has come to the natural end, okay? So that could be something that is happening this week. You may be facing something that is simply destined to end. a relationship, a job, a habit, an addiction, uh, a journey, a path. Something is coming to the natural end, and it is for the greater good. You may be dealing with a cancer. There could be a cancer in your environment. There could be emphasis and focus on vehicles, transportation, things like that this week. That could be important as well. We have the world in your hopes and fears. So, yeah, it's like you want to reach a completion. You want to close a chapter, but you want to do it your way. And Spirit may be saying here, like, your way is just not the best way. And it's very hard to explain and hard to understand, and you're just gonna have to trust us, you know? You may want to travel the world, you may want to connect internationally, you know, with a lot of people, but at the same time, it may feel a little bit intimidating. That could be the case for some of you. Take it if it resonates. You are ultimately the high priestess, Scorpio. You are the high priestess. You are super connected to the divine. You channel source energy as you. It's like you are source energy manifested. Your authenticity, how you are, what you say, what you do, what you like, what you dislike, it's just an expression of the divine. Allow yourself to continue to be authentic, to be yourself. We have the Empress as the outcome here. Beautiful card as well of abundance, prosperity. There's going to be a sense of clarity that comes in this week. While not all the answers are going to be necessarily answered for you, right? You are going to have a bit of information that is going to be very helpful, and it's going to kind of carry you forward. Now, let's see what the angel number is here. The angel number for this week for Scorpio is 1212, duality. Within you are shadows of dark and beams of light. The divine is reminding you to embrace the duality that is your individual spark. The spark is being ignited and is ready to illuminate the path ahead. Okay, so I personally love to do this. If you would like to participate, all you need to do is write this affirmation in the comment section. What does that do? Basically, we claim that energy. With the affirmations that show up in the cards, if you commented and everyone else commented, it starts to like multiply the energy. And then it's easier for us to tap into that reality if we want to. So it's kind of like a way of saying, universe, I claim this energy. This is real for me, you know? So if you would like to participate, you can do so by writing down, I fully embrace who I am and allow change where it is needed. I trust the duality within me. 12. And last but not least, my favorite part of the entire reading, like by far, is this beautiful deck. I forgot to mention it. I was mentioning it at the beginning of the readings. But if you have made it all the way here, shout out to you, because this is the best part. All right, so what is the animal spirit card for Scorpio for this week? Oh, wow. Okay, look at that. It's also kind of blue, kind of purple, kind of greenish. You can't make this stuff up. Look at this color palette right here. These cards are more, you know, they have their own color palette because it's like a tarot, so it's like, you know, thing apart. But on the oracles, it's like the three of them and this one, they're all in sync. So that's beautiful, if you ask me. And that means that everything is happening exactly as it should, even if it's not something that we can understand. Okay? So let's see what this message has to say. In the meantime, please go ahead and subscribe or comment or say hi or, you know, let's connect. I just want to get to know you. I'm in Panama in Central America, which is super random, but it's very beautiful. All right. And as you can probably clearly tell, I'm like very ADHD prone. I hope you like that about me. Anyway, Guardian of unawakened magic and creative potential. Wow, okay. The snake is a symbol of our highest potential. It is said that Shakti, our creative life force, lies dormant at the base of our spine in the form of a coiled snake. Regardless of whether this image rings true to you, it's well worth considering the amount of unawakened or untapped potential within you. What would life look like if you woke it up? How can you steer it from slumber? An experienced yoga or meditation teacher can lead you that way. Make haste, the snake card appears when there is no more time to waste. Oh wow. Okay, so when this energy is balanced, it is prosperous, creative, charismatic, and we see a lot of that here. When it is out of balance, it starts and stops many things. So if you find yourself in that habit of like starting things, and look at that, natural ending, completely gone. Something is ending here. Okay. Um, that can help you bring this into balance would be Kundalini yoga and meditation. So embrace the natural transition and endings and trust that it is for the greater good, even if at times it is a little hard. Okay. I love you so much, and I hope to see you here next week for our next weekly reading. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.